Alrighty, so we're doing something a little different today, and that is I wanted to think about my top 10 favorite games of my life. Probably going to be another short video, especially since I'm not the best at descriptions. Honestly feels like I shouldn't even be doing YouTube if I'm not that great at talking, but gotta improve somehow, and to do so, gotta work on talking more. Now this is just a personal list. These games are not meant to be the GOATs. If I was looking at the best games of all time, then it would probably include games like Doom 1, Halo 3, maybe World of Warcraft, Minecraft, and so on. Games that had a major impact on gaming and sold a bunch of units with a very positive review is what would be included in that list. But instead, the games I'm looking at just focus on my personal experience, memories, how fondly I look back at them, and what they did for me. This isn't going to be ordered. Also, I'm not allowing more than one entry from a series, so if Halo CE was on this list, I can't do 3 because I don't want the list to be clogged up with like extra entries from a series. Now, maybe if I did a top 25, then sure, but this is just my top 10 for now. So starting off, I have Alien Hominid. Let's see if it pulls it up. Yep, there's multiple versions, but I'll just go with this. That's what I remember. In fact, I still have my PlayStation 2 copy of this game. Maybe I'll share a pic of it. I remember playing this game a fair bit on the PlayStation 2. It was perhaps my first 2D platformer I played, and I loved it. The art style and design is iconic to me. Bosses were unique and fun. It was also more new player friendly, unlike Cuphead. Now, Cuphead is a great game, don't get me wrong, but it sure is difficult, whereas Alien Hominid could be enjoyed by everyone, I felt like. I remember even playing with my mom, and we'd have a great time together. Next on the list, I have Jak 2. I don't know why it's showing like multiple entries for this, but alright. Obviously, the second installment in the series, while Jak 1 was more silly per se, Jak 2 was a bit more dark and gritty. I remember playing it a ton, enjoying wandering around the map, testing out new weapons and their attachments, and liking all the characters. It was easy to get lost to time in the game, and was maybe one of my first open world type experiences. Music was a banger, by the way, but that's a common theme in all of these games. Next to talk about would be Black Ops 2. Put that on the list. This is a favorite of many COD fans. It was my personal favorite as well. I might be having this as my favorite for a different reason though, and that's because it was my entry point to Xbox Live, online gaming in general. While Modern Warfare 2 I enjoyed for the campaign, that was about all that I played, and Spec Ops, because I didn't have online gaming at the time. One day I got a trial for Xbox Live and I chose to play Black Ops 2. I still remember how confused I was with this new world, hearing terms I've never heard such as no scope, quick scoping, hard scoping. The multiplayer felt smooth and the game stood out with such vibrance. Zombies was also a great time and still has some of my favorite maps to this day, such as Origins and Mob of the Dead. I also felt like it was the last time public lobbies for zombies was good. Then of course it led to me meeting some of my first friends, so I have to respect Black Ops 2 for its impact on my life with introducing me to online gaming. Doom Eternal. Nope, gotta hit enter. Put that on the list. I felt necessary to have a Doom game on this list, and I was stuck between Doom 3 and Eternal. Doom 3 was my first Doom, and even though it was kind of mixed for Doom fans, I enjoyed it a lot and was just always wanting some sort of horror shooter when I was younger. But despite this, Eternal had a newer me hooked. Gameplay was fast and smooth with a higher difficulty, feeling so well adjusted to the enemy design, making them more aggressive and using heavy attacks more often. The mix of using proper movement with the dash and double jump combined with weapon swapping and use of tools like the flamethrower, ice nades, and chainsaw led to a great experience when mastered, and boy did this game make me want to master what it had to offer. On top of all this, you got Doom 1 and 2 for collecting all secrets, a great bonus to have. While Doom 2016 was a return of the amazing series, I still had more fun with Eternal. If Eternal is a 10, 2016 is like a 9.5 for me, and if you're wondering about Dark Ages, for me it's about an 8. Alright, next one, Time Splitters Future Perfect. I gotta give it a minute to search for it, I guess. What if I just put in Time Splitters? Oh, okay, well, there it is. This was on the original Xbox, and I lost so many hours to this game. The story was silly, but also fresh. Each mission containing different years made the game have a variety of content to mess with and also witness. I also felt like this game was so smooth for its time, and I know I mentioned smoothness a lot, but I'm a big gameplay person, especially in my early years where all I wanted to do was shoot bad guys. Besides the fun story, there was a ton of extra content to play through. The arcade had many challenges with scores to try to beat, and they could be difficult, but it offered so much to go for. There was even a map maker in this game with banging soundtracks as well to spend time with. Also, let's not forget how many characters you had to choose from in multiplayer. Next, we have SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Where is it? I'll be up here somewhere, right? Did I miss it? Where is it? Hold on. Okay, there it is. I guess it didn't show up on that previous list. I wish I had more to say about this game, and honestly, this one just barely makes it into my list, but it's a great time. A collectathon type of game that had engaging gameplay with graphics that still hold up today, and I gotta say, a lot of the graphics from these games I'm talking about feel timeless. It's like they're full with heart and soul in a way that makes them stand out. I remember loving the slide sections of this game and wanting to unlock more of the map. Another point I had to give for this game is getting me into some more SpongeBob games like the movie game, Truth or Square, and Lights Camera Pants. Now next that I want to add to the list is Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. Go with that one. Oh, Rayman Raving Rabbids TV, by the way. This is another great game. Not on the top 10, but another great game. This is a new unique one in the Rayman series because as far as I'm aware, all of the Rayman games are 2D platformers. But Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc steered towards being third person, and it worked out well. This game is vibrant with another great art style. Gameplay is straightforward but unique with all the power-ups you had access to, as well as all the... Man, come on, bro. You gotta speak. Gameplay is straightforward but unique with all the power-ups you had access to, as well as the shake-ups such as the shoe racing or music levels. I don't remember what they're called. Bosses were also full of character and had fun mechanics to them. Let's also not forget about the trailer for this game being a banger with the song Matter by Groove Armada. It's a standout from the series that's a bit more of a one-off that worked out so well to me. Now next one, I just have to add the first Destiny. Where is it? There it is. So Destiny, the first one, not the second, that's struggling right now. I feel the need to include this game because of my love for Destiny 2. Now why don't I have Destiny 2 on this list? Well, it's because it's a heavy love-hate relationship that's such a roller coaster that is pretty exhausting. Destiny 1 on the other hand was such a great time for me. I remember playing the demo one day because I didn't know what else to play and had heard some talk about Destiny. So I tried it, and after the demo was done, I knew I had to buy it. This was later on in the life of the game, after the Taken King, and I was hooked. Gameplay felt nice in the joy of exploration, collecting loot, getting a higher light level, discovering new gear and trying it out, messing around in the Crucible, which was a whole unique experience to me, a whole PvP side mode in a PvE game. Now, I wasn't too into PvP at the time, but I'd go if there was loot. The game felt special, and it gave something I like today, which is discovery. It's what got me into Destiny 2, which I've invested a lot of time into, so I have to respect what Destiny 1 did for me. Now, second to last, remember this is not ordered by the way, Dead Space 2. Really, it could be Dead Space 1 or 2 on this list, but I went with 2 because I played it a lot more and I even completed the hardest difficulty twice, which gave the grand reward of the hand cannon. This game is a mix of horror with combat and it does it well. Enemies have sickening designs that send chills down your back, and the combat was, you guessed it, smooth. The atmosphere of this game was excellent as well. A horror apocalypse on a space station, feeling empty and hopeless, no great escape in sight. We also had Isaac finally being voiced, which was a nice touch. Probably the best horror shooter there is, and it's a shame we aren't getting any more Dead Space games. Alright, last one to talk about. Dying Light. Now I'm going with the first one. I love the movement in this game and I am a big Zombies game fan, but the problem is they tend to not be done well because either the gameplay just isn't good or the AI sucks. Story might be lackluster as well. There's a lot of poor zombie games out there, but this is one of the GOATs. A parkour movement that could rival Mirror's Edge, and a variety of different zombies that makes you have to strategize a bit more. The emphasis on melee combat changes how you play as well, having to be a bit more careful with how you approach enemies. Now the gun combat against other enemies with guns was a little lackluster, and the story was okay to me, but not great, but I don't care about this at all. Gameplay was so engaging, Parkour Fever offered great challenges, and the Easter eggs of this game are still some of the best of any game today. Now before I go, I just want to give some honorable mentions, ones that were close to making this top 10. Those are Half-Life 1 and 2, Singularity, Halo Combat Evolved, Doom 3, and Rayman Raving Rabbids. I suck a bunch of time into these games as well, and they're a good part of my childhood. I have some fond memories with them, but I could only pick 10. Well, that's all for now. Feel free to let me know what some of your favorite games of all time are down in the comments. See you in the next video, whatever I decide to do. These ideas are wearing thin, more thin than the hair on my left butt cheek.